Unlike Marcus, I won't be performing any sexual jokes tonight. To be perfectly honest with you, I have enough trouble just performing sex. Just ask that lady over there. I'm only joking, I wasn't that bad. Now I know I've got to crack on, I've only got about 5 minutes or so, you don't want to be bored with me, but before I do, I just want to say something else, something which is really, really annoying me. If I could find it, I could let you know what it is as well. And it's this receipt. This receipt is really, really annoying me. About 20 minutes ago, while everyone was in here, I nipped down to Tesco Metro down the road to buy a banana. Yes, one banana. And as I'm leaving, the cashier, who I now know to be called Derek, it says it right here, you were served by Derek. Like I give a fuck, like I'm going to be his friend or something, but you were served by Derek. Derek, at the top of his voice shouts, "Sir, sir, you've forgotten your receipt." I hadn't forgotten my receipt. I didn't want my fucking receipt. I mean, it's a receipt for one banana. Not even a fully grown banana, but one of those fun-sized bananas that kids love. That's what I wanted. The receipt's almost as big as a bloody banana itself. And it's just full of useless information. It says at the top, "Please retain for your records." I mean, who keeps receipts for one banana? Well, apart from MPs maybe, but apart from MPs, who keeps receipts for one banana? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm entertaining you here, or so some of you might think anyhow. As I'm entertaining you here tonight, there are thousands of people across the UK filing fruit-related receipts into special binders. Somewhere in Islington, somewhere Ponty, like Muswell Hill, where I live. There's probably some at the moment going, Dad, do I file kumquat under C or Q? But this is just, again, I'll be with you in a minute, I'll count in a bit. This is just full of rubbish at the back. Tesco is committed to the environment. Sorry, but could I politely say to Tesco, you could do a fucking lot more for the environment if you didn't print off receipts for every fucking banana you sold. Anyhow, that's enough of that. I used to work, my wife says I'm very angry, so it's kind of working perfectly, I think. Do you know the most overused word in the English language? It's not please or thank you, it's sorry. You're walking down the street and you brush past someone so lightly, you'd have to do it 1,000 times before they'd even notice. And you say sorry, sorry, sorry. You're going into a shop, someone's coming out of that shop, you both move to the side, and again you both say, sorry, sorry, but you smash into the back of someone's car, causing them horrendous injury, mental anguish for the rest of their life, and thousands of pounds of damage, and guess what? You're not fucking saying sorry. The only words you're saying are, I let my insurance company deal with that. That's another thing, you only ever say sorry to random strangers. If you mess up with a family member or a close friend, you might touch, you might roll your eyes, you might shake your head, but you never ever say sorry. And have you noticed how those chuggers, those street charity muggers, they never just come up and talk to you. Instead they bounce or they dance in your direction with a big stupid grin on their face. Now, as far as I'm concerned, a look which shouts, I'm mad, as well as a fucking pain in the arse, probably isn't going to help their cause. When I have some spare time, I like to approach them. It really throws them, it really does. Excuse me sir, can you spare 5 minutes to talk about me? And the other day I was out with my good friend John, who's blind. And we spotted one of these chuggers. Or when I say we, it was more me, but we spotted one of these chuggers. And he's standing there with his t-shirt which says, The Blind Society, helping blind people. It was just too tempting. So I told him my mate John needed a lift back home. It was 3 miles away. And I thought, that will fucking teach you to stand on street corners telling people you help the blind. Circumcision. Now that's a change, isn't it? Circumcision. Has anyone in the audience been circumcised?
Yeah.
I'd love a good report for that, but I don't. What I was going to say was, I know what you're thinking, and yes, as a nice Jewish boy from North London, I have been. Now my good friend, my old school friend, Pete Ferguson, He was circumcised, and he wasn't even Jewish. And whereas my parents had 3,000 years of Jewish history to back up their decision, he was circumcised after his mum read about it in a copy of Woman's Own. And what really, really winds me up is that while all my Christian friends, well, except Pete of course, endured nothing more than a few dabs of water on their face for their christening, endured just a few dabs of water on their face for their christening, my parents were inviting all their family and friends to see me have half my cock sliced off. And even now, 46 and a half years later, I still wince when I walk past a meat slicer at the local kosher deli in Golders Green. Really do. And I'll tell you something else. You might think that circumcision is a private affair. We'll just do it just with a few close members of your families and friends. But no, not in a Jewish world. It's a big, big party. And you can't just get out of coming to that circumcision, much as you might want to, by just sending a card with a £20 note in it. Because not even Clinton cards have come up with a suitable card for circumcision. But if they did, and I was hoping to get to this point, which meant I had it died, if they did, it might be something like this. For you, little boy, we've got a nice surprise. Today is the day we circumcise. There's no need to cry, don't be silly, we'll just be slicing off a bit of your...